This is the 2022 Volvo XC40 Recharge, and the operative word is recharge because Volvo makes a normal small compact SUV called the XC40 that has a gasoline engine. But when you hear the word recharge, that means this thing is fully electric. The question becomes, is it any good? Let's find out. The XC40 Recharge is Volvo's first ever electric vehicle, which is great. The problem with it is the XC40 itself is a 5-year-old platform. Why is that a problem? When you go from an internal combustion engine to a battery electric vehicle with the same design, there's compromises. The two big ones are you never really get the range you would get from a clean sheet EV design, and also storage. If you're familiar with, say, the Tesla Model Y, you lift up the hood here and there's tons of storage space. With the XC40, there isn't because all the batteries and the inverters and all the cables and everything, they're under here. Speaking of the Tesla Model Y, that is, of course, this thing's main competition. It is the 900-pound gorilla in the room. But there's really all sorts of competition for this thing, and more coming online every day. There's the Jaguar I-Pace, you have the Audi Q4 e-tron, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, soon the Fisker Ocean, but more and more. Think of it this way. Small SUVs are taking over the entire car world, and the entire car world is going electric. So there's gonna be more competition than Volvo ever dreamed of. Who is buying this vehicle? Put simply, this is for the customer that wants a premium compact SUV that doesn't use any gasoline. In terms of design, man, Volvos are just really good looking, aren't they? And the XC40 Recharge is no exception. You can see the grille is different because, there's no gasoline powered engine here that produces a ton of heat, so you don't need all that cooling. And by closing up the grille, it gives it a modern, futuristic, electric vehicle look. Of course, you've got Volvo's signature Thor's hammer, slim LED running lights right there. Just a really good looking front end, really nice, just surfacing, nice line work, everything you want. Volvo just has really good design. They also tend to have very premium looking wheels. These are no exception. You come down the side of the car, just great. The C pillar kicks up to the D pillar and right to the word recharge. This line brings your eyes right to it. That way you can sort of tell if you're looking at the side that it's an electric vehicle. You come around out back, massive taillights. That's a Volvo safety feature, right? So the bigger the taillights, the more likely you are to see the vehicle in bad weather and adverse conditions. And of course, there are no tailpipes because this is an electric vehicle. So even though it's not a new design, I still think the XC40 is a rather good-looking SUV. Volvos typically have great exterior design, which is matched by their excellent interior design. Is it perfect? No. You remember, the XC40 is a lower price point vehicle with the gas engine, so you have some carryover, like, maybe you could put leather on top of the dash for the price of this thing costs, but we're gonna live if it doesn't have that. It does have really nice other materials. Great textured metalwork right here, beautiful bright work. The seats are very comfortable. Volvo tends to have excellent seats. These, while they do have leather bolsters, they actually have cloth inserts for the center, which is a nice change of pace. A little bit of Swedish design here, not as much as in some other Volvo models, but it's not that German, which again is a great change of pace. As far as the infotainment screen goes, check this out. Look at this. Hey, Google Maps built right in. Google Play Books. If you use Android Auto, this is great. It's native. It's a actually very good nav screen. You can see it has some stuff specifically for EV. There's a range optimizer. You can change your driving style, one pedal driving, that sort of thing. It is a compact SUV, not a ton of space in here. The back seat's actually not too bad, and if you fold the seats down, you have a medium amount of storage space. But overall, this is a very nice interior. When it comes to performance, the XC40 Recharge is quite surprising because not only is it Volvo's first ever EV, it's the quickest vehicle they've ever built, period. 2 motors, 1 front, 1 rear, 402 horsepower, 486 pound-feet of torque, and for an electric vehicle, this is kinda on the light side. It's less than 5,000 pounds. That means it can hit 60 miles an hour in 4.2 seconds. which is nuts. This is quicker than a base Porsche Taycan, if you can believe that. Should you be buying an electric Volvo as a performance car? Hey, why not? The world's gone crazy. As far as range goes, this is where the Volvo's a little disappointing. It used to only have 208 miles of range last year. For 2022, they've popped it up to 223 miles of range. Problem is, the Tesla Model Y, over 300 miles of range. So lots of performance, but you're gonna have to charge it a little bit more frequently than your neighbor with the Tesla. As you're probably aware, safety is Volvo's #1 brand value. In fact, they've gone so far as to say that at some point in the future, nobody will die because of a Volvo. I don't think this car is there yet, but I do think it's rather safe. Can't give you the exact crash rating, but I can tell you that the gasoline-powered version of the XC40 received a 5-star safety rating, which is the highest you can get. Also, the IIHS gave the 2021 Recharge a Top Safety Pick Plus rating, also the highest that you can get. As far as automatic safety features go, this comes with a bunch. Everything from lane keeping assist to automatic emergency braking to adaptive cruise control. How much? Okay, you can get into a Volvo XC40 Recharge, the Plus, which is the base model, so to speak, for as little as $56,395. If you want to step it up to the Ultimate, which would be the higher trim level, it's going to cost you about $3,000 more, right around $59,000 something. And as this one sits, it's just over $60,000. But what about the competition? Well, the Audi is going to be about $58,000. The Tesla Model Y dual motor performance, which competes with this, is $65,000, and you get to that HSE trim level for the Jag I-Pace, you're talking $71,000. So as far as price goes, this is kind of right in the middle of the segment. If there's one thing I want you to know about the 2022 Volvo XC40 Recharge, it's that it's a pretty good premium compact SUV with an asterisk. And that asterisk is whenever you have a vehicle that's not a clean sheet EV design competing against those that are, they're just gonna suffer. Again, it's a good looking car, it's great to drive, ridiculously quick, but then when you put it up against its main competition, the already very much established Tesla Model Y, you really see this vehicle's shortcomings. You know, where's the range? Where's the storage? And that is what customers in that segment are looking for. So while the XC40 Recharge is a good effort by Volvo, you know, their first electric vehicle, I'm going to be much more interested in driving their second effort in the segment. To see vehicle rankings and a complete buyer's guide, please visit motortrend.com/cars.